I hope all of you are doing really good and welcome back into another new session with Business in You with me, Geetu. So, this is a pretty interesting topic and my favorite chapters in the entire syllabus of business studies is marketing. So, you can see a lot of pictures in front of you. So, what is today's topic? What are we going to be learning today? Today, we are going to be learning about packaging and labeling. So, if you actually see, the product has been put into different sort of packets or packaging is being done. So, what does it show? Packaging plays a very important role in marketing because the way a product is being packaged is what attracts the customers a lot. Probably the taste of the product inside is not good, but they always say the presentation matters a lot, right? So today's topic, what we are going to be learning is packaging, and then we'll be learning about labeling. So welcome to another new session. The topics that we are going to be discussing in packaging, very important topics we are going to be discussing. Again, scoring of marks is there in this particular topics. So what are the topics? Importance, you generally have the meaning which will come for a 2 marker. You have the importance of packaging, classification of packaging, and functions of packaging. So why is packaging so very important? What is the meaning of packaging? Packaging is nothing but you're putting the products in and designing a package so that you can, just like how you gift wrap a gift, like that you are putting these products into proper gift wrapping covers. Cannot call them covers. Depending on the product, you're putting them in boxes, you're putting them in covers. So you are designing what the wrapper should be, or cover should be, or the box should be. That is exactly what packaging is about. So most of us get deceived when we look at a packet of the product which is really well designed, and we go ahead and think, oh, this product is amazing. But when you open the packet, that's when we know the product is only probably half gram. Like, let's say a lace packet looks so, let's say it looks so very, it looks so very deceiving to our eyes and it looks big, but then when we open the packet there's hardly anything for us to munch on. So importance of packaging comes as a 4 marker, then classification of packaging will come as a 2 marker. It's very simple. Then functions of packaging again will come for a 4 marker. These topics, trust me, are simple. Probably you can, like, as I told you in the previous session with me for branding, I told you, make note of the points, learn the points really well, and write your own explanation. That's how you can score marks in this particular chapter, because this chapter is very easy. Explanation. What exactly is packaging? That's what I was telling you. It's nothing but designing and producing containers or wrappers for the product. And they actually say many big companies, they earn a lot of profit and they earn success, and or they either undergo a lot of failure because of the packaging of these non-durable products. So if the packaging is not done really well, there'll always be spillage of of the product, or the product will not be long lasting. So all these things play a very important role when it comes to packaging. And another thing is, deceiving to the eye and eye catching to the children is colors. So if you're using a lot of colors and if you are going to package your product, then children are going to get deceived, and every time they enter a supermarket they want to buy your product. So that is the reason they say a lot of the success is done only by the right kind of packaging. Example, you already know Uncle Chips or Maggie noodles and Lay's. All these are things that we always crave for, because the minute we look at the packet, our mouth starts watering. So these are the pictures. And one more thing is, packaging is of different types. It's not just of like one type, or so. It's not that you just put it in a cover and then you're done. No, it has levels of packaging. The first level is you put it in a cover, second level is you put it in small boxes, and third level is that small box goes into a big carton box. and then it gets transported. So there are different levels of packaging depending on the type of the product that you are. So, what is that we are going to be learning as a next topic is importance of packaging. Now, why is packaging so very important? I've already told you this is an important topic. We are going to mark it as a foam marker. So, please ensure. Okay, one second. We'll mark it as a foam marker. Please ensure you're remembering to write it down as a foam marker into your notes or making notes of it. Now, when you look at the points itself, it's easy for you to understand the explanation, it's there itself. Now, what does it means by rising standards of health and sanitation? Now, why exactly do you need to packet a product really good? Imagine your house. You are packing, your mom is packing food for you. She's putting the food in a tiffin box. When, let's say, it is a liquid butter masala, chicken butter masala, or whatever it is, it's a liquid product. Now tell me, will she will caution you probably once or twice, be careful when you're taking it through bag, because it's a little liquid and it may stain your dress or it may stain your bag. So what is she telling? She is making you aware of the product. Same thing, because of the rising standards of health and sanitation, everybody wants to be careful. If it is a juice bottle, they ensure that the mouth of the bottle is made narrow so that when the person opens the bottle, there's not much that will fall out. It is easily comfortable for the person to keep the bottle near the mouth and then drink the juice. If the mouth of the bottle is made big, then when you are drinking, the juice may even fall on your dress and you may spoil your clothes also. So what are they saying? To keep yourself healthy, to keep yourself sanitized, a lot of these things, when they package the goods, they ensure that they're packaging the products properly, neatly, and there is sanitation purpose that is maintained. That means cleanliness that is maintained. If it's medicines, they ensure that they seal the bottle and then there's a cap that's placed to ensure that there is double safety, and there is a seal that's done. So when you have to open the medicine, you'll have to cut the seal and then only you can open the medicine. So because of the rising standards of health and sanitation, packaging is always taken to the next level. The next one is self-service outlets. What are these self-service outlets? Many of us have come across these self-service outlets where we go, we pick up our own vegetables, prices are there, and these vegetables are very neatly packed in through a plastic cover, and there's no need for us to take the help of anyone. We just have to take a basket or a trolley and we go and we shop for ourselves. These are called as self-service outlets. Why are we able to do this? Because the goods are very neatly packaged and we are very clear of what we want to buy. How big vegetable, how big a bitter gourd you want to take, how big a bottle gourd that you want to shop for. So you're very clear with what you're taking. So that is the reason nowadays they are ensuring that all these sweet corns are all packed properly, mushrooms are packed properly, baby corns are packed properly. Why? Because you want to save a lot of time and you want to ensure that uh, you are helping yourself. You don't take the help of someone else, and that time can be utilized somewhere else also. The third one is innovational opportunities. What is this innovational opportunities? They always want to compete with better with their competitors. Because of that, they want to innovate new and different and yeah, different ways of packaging a product, and they want to catch the eyesight of their customers. The fourth one is product differentiation. When the product is being, let's say, Yippee noodles and Maggie noodles, in taste, both are little different, but I would tell you at the end of the day, both are noodles, right? Yeah. So, how is it different? Because of the packaging. Maggie noodles is yellow packet and Yippee noodles is orange packet. Why? Because of the packaging, you're able to understand that there is product differentiation, and that is the reason. Now, what is this rising standards of health and sanitation? I've already told you. You need to keep yourself clean. You need to keep yourself hygiene because the standard of living of people keep increasing. Because of that, you need to ensure that when the marketers are packaging their products, they are clean and they are neat so that the customers will feel like purchasing their products. Same thing with self-service outlets. I've told you, nowadays you go to McDonald's or you go to KFC, you can order what you want on the app and then you can just deliver and you can pick and come. There's no need for you to stand in long queues. Gone are those days of traditional role where you just need to stand in long queues. Innovational opportunity. What is this innovational opportunity? Nowadays, there are milk packets which those days used to only stay for like 1 day. The packet of milk would stay, and after that, the milk would get spoiled. But nowadays, you have modern life like Good Life that's there, where if babies you're taking them for a long trip or probably 2 3 days of trip, and you are scared to purchase any Nandini or Arogya milk packet, what you can anytime do is buy Good Life, and you can take a induction stove with you, and you can boil the milk and you can give the child, and it also says it's already pasteurized, it's already boiled, so you can just pour it in, warm it, or you can just pour it in a glass and give the child for the child to have it, and it doesn't get spoiled. It has period of 15 to 10 days, so it doesn't get spoiled, and the packaging is really good, so it ensures that even however heat the condition of the weather is, the milk doesn't get spoiled. So that is how the innovational technology of packaging is actually increasing. So it's very well advancing. So, how is it helping in product differentiation? Product differentiation, I've already told you, with the help of the size and material, and when compared to your competitors, you know how your product is designed, for what it is designed that way, and you are much more confident about your product than the other. Coming down to classification of packaging, I told you there are three levels of classification or packaging a product. The first is the primary packaging, where you put the content, or you put the, let's say, you put the product into a tin or a box. Let's say, for example, here we are packaging green peas. Okay, these are preservative green peas, so these green peas you're packaging it in a tin. So that those green peas, you are putting added preservatives, you're packaging it in a tin, and later you're putting it in carton boxes. And those carton boxes, that is the secondary level of packaging. And the third level of packaging is you're putting it in a bigger box and sealing it even more, or probably this same box you are sealing it even more, and then it is ready to go in the it is ready to go in transport, so that it can get delivered to different outlets. So this of packaging, which I was telling you, would only come for a two marker. So primary packaging is usually the smallest units of distribution. That means what? If you want to give it to your close by stores here and there, then you can do only one level of packaging. That's more than enough. If you want to give it to like 2 3 shops, then you can do the secondary level. But if you are looking for shipping it to probably a different state, okay, or a country, then you need to ensure that those goods are properly put in containers and are tightly packed. This is a classification. This will come for a two marker. So I'm writing it here on two marker and marking it important. The third one that we're going to be learning is functions of packaging. And this is again a four marker. So I'm going to write it here as a four marker and mark it important also for you to understand. Now, what is this functions of packaging? Why? What are the elements that goes into the functions of packaging? That means what? When you are going to package your product, example, we'll take pickles. When you're going to package pickles, what are the things that you are going to keep into mind? First thing is product identification. When I compare my pickles to another company pickles, I need to identify my product really well. So, depending on the color, depending on the, let's say, smell, depending on whatever the shape is, it needs to be easily usable. So, what is it? When I look at the counter where my product is, it should be easily identifiable. That is where Dove, Sunsilk, or let's say Pantene shampoo, or let's say Tresemme, you can easily go and pick it up out of the counter. So you're easily able to identify your product. Then what is there? Product protection. So Let's talk about pickles. Pickles are something that can get spoiled easily. It can break because it's in glass bottles or it's in plastic covers. There is wastage and pilferage that can happen, and the leakage also can happen. So what are they saying when you are seeing that products which needs more careful thinking, like example oil, it needs to ensure that when the quantity of the oil is more, you'll put it up in big tins where nothing will happen to the oil. So you need to ensure that proper storing is done before you can distribute and transport the product into different units. It's facilitating use of the product. So what are they telling you here? They are saying convenient products like cosmetics, toothpaste, medicines, you have to ensure that it can easily be used. Example, soap, you just have to remove the wrapper and you can start using the soap. It's not covered like 2 3 layers of packaging is not done. Why? Because it's really not needed. So even toothpaste, there's just a small prick that you give and then you can start using the toothpaste. Even tube lights, if you just have to open the tube light, it has a proper let's say it have, because it should not break, it's ensured that there is proper boxes that you put in, and then you can remove it out of the box and then you can fix it. Like that, the same thing is done with cosmetics and medicines and whatnot. They ensure that when you are packaging the product, it should be convenient for people to open and it should not be very complicated. Like example, sometimes to open a medicine bottle, it gets a little difficult for people. But don't you think it is really needed for a medicine bottle to be sealed? Yes. So even a pickle bottle gets sealed. Why? Because there should not be any leakages or pilferage or spoilage of the pickles. Then the fourth one is product promotion. What exactly is this product promotion? They ensure that keeping a lot of these colors and photography of let's say these film stars and actors on the product, like how you have for Fair and Lovely, you have a model who's posing for the particular product. There's a lot of promotion. With the promotion that happens when you start buying the product, you will ensure that okay, when I start using the product, I will end up looking like this. So what is happening, people get attracted towards whatever promotion is done, whatever advertising is done for the particular product. And now that most of the places have these self service centers, most of the people don't feel like asking people where exactly is this, because everything is so neatly arranged. And because of the proper packaging that's done for the products, you just have to look at the product and you're able to understand, okay, this is what I need. Okay, so we close the session for packaging and now we move on to labeling. Labeling just has one topic. The main topic for labeling is you have functions of labeling. Okay, so there are only like 4 points that you need to learn under labeling, but this is a definite 4 marker. Now the reason I've combined packaging and labeling is because packaging is the front of the packet or the front of the product, and labeling, when you turn the product, when you turn behind, that is what labeling is. So what is labeling? This is how labels look behind, right? When you turn, it says where the product is made. It's made in Australia. There's 100% ingredients that's been used. Then it says where it was manufactured, where it was packed, and all these ingredients. Now what are the ingredients that's been used? Ingredients is all whole wheat, wheat, salt, whatever it is. Then what are the energy values or calories, how much will add up? Everything is properly labeled and given on behind of the product. So that is what a labeling is. It helps the customers to understand exactly how the product or what the product is made up of. And even if you have any complaints that you want to register, there is always this customer service number that they already always give you. Do you remember the 1-800 number that every company has? Custom service number, and this goes to the customer call center, and then you can lodge a complaint or you can tell them whatever you feel like telling about the product. So that exactly is what labeling is. Now moving down to the meaning of labeling. Okay, what exactly Labeling is nothing but it's just a simple looking but important task in marketing of goods relates to the designing the label. Okay, that really is not really important, but the main important topic is the label may vary from a simple tag attached to the product into detailed things like what sugar, wheat, pulses, etc., indicating some information about the quality of price and complex graphics, and it's a part of packaging. So what are they saying? Things that you buy like rice and all these rava and let's say wheat, pulses may not have a lot of things behind them, but definitely it will have all the nutritional value and benefits that has to be put on the label. So it can range from a simple tag or just a simple line to a detailed thing that has to be put on a functions depends on four things. Okay, the first one is it describes the product and specifies its content. Definitely when you look at this dermicol powder, what is written behind any, let's say, Nicel powder, dermicol powder, what is written? It tells you that it saves you from the heat of the sun and it keeps you all cool all day. So what is it telling you? It's giving you a detailed instruction of what you feel when you use the product, right? So it's nothing but it's describing the product and it specifies its content. So that's the same description that I've put there for you in the explanation. More than that, it also describes the product, its usage, and it cautions you in case if you're allergic to, let's say, peanuts, then please don't eat sneakers because it's made of peanuts and chocolate. So these are small things that the label is telling you. It describes, it tells you about the brand, it tells you about the grade, what quality is it, whether it's first quality, whether it's second quality. Is identification of the product or brand. How exactly are you able to identify the product or brand? Simple. You look at the product, you know how it is different from that of its competitors. What happens to you turn the product behind and you start reading about the product. You feel that the nutritional value of one product is different from another one. So you know which product is better for you and depending on that you select the product. Now behind the product it has all the manufacturers addresses, details, then what is the batch, when was the product manufactured, in which year, in which month, until when can you start using the product, everything is mentioned behind the uh, label. So you just have to take a look, and probably what you can actually do as you are listening to this topic, you can take a packet, or you can take yes, you can just take a packet of whatever you have, and you can literally listen to this particular video and visualize and see what is there behind the label or on the packet, and depending on that you can learn this particular topic. That's how you can learn practically and you can keep things in your mind. Yes. So before we can move on to the third one, we have, this is what I was telling you, just take one of the product what you have at home and just see how is the packaging done, how is the labeling done. If you actually see, this is the labeling. Okay, so behind what is there, you have the batch number, you have particular precautions and uses. Okay, then they say avoid the eye area, you have the ingredients that's used, then you have this how big how I'm not really sure of what is this, but I'm yeah, not really sure. So then you have the name and the address of the responsible person, then where it was manufactured, everything is here. So exactly, if you see, this is how a label is going to be on most of your products. Usually it'll also have the net content of the how much of lotion is there. So that would be mentioned in the first, but some of the lotions it's mentioned behind. So this, see, you have the brand name, you have the claims, you have the product functions for what exactly, whether it's a shampoo, whether it's a moisturizer, what exactly is it, whether it's required for normal skin or dry skin, what exactly. So this will go as your labeling and your packaging. Okay, so grading of the products, how exactly is the products graded. Okay, now under the same product line you have a lot of different other products that's been added. Like example, you have sunsilk, you have smooth and silky, you have dandruff control, like that you have for Nile also. So what are they saying? Grading of products is very important. Depending on the grading of products, you can differentiate them or you can divide them into different categories, so it's easy for customers to also buy and purchase the particular product. So what helps in the promotion of a product? How exactly is it helping the promotion of a product? We may see these labels providing promotional messages like what? You have your Mountain Dew. It says "Dar ke aage jeet hai." In reality, you'll still have fear. But what are they just trying to say? They're just trying to say every human beings have fear. But what you need to do is you need to ensure that you step out of fear. Okay, so the same thing is a lot of these hair oils have this "बालों में दम हो तो life में fun ho." What is it? That's a tagline of what Amla hair oil. So like that, there are a lot of these advertisements which have a lot of these taglines, and depending on the taglines people end up buying the product or liking the usage of the product. So that's why they say it helps in the promotion of products. What helps when you put the tagline on the product, or when you advertise the tagline in when you are advertising the product, people always feel happy to end up buying the product. It catches the attention, or it attracts the people towards purchasing the product. So now we come to the doubts. Yes, if you have any doubts, please let me know. Now, the last point is providing information required provided by law. Now, what exactly it is? It refers to there are certain packages. Like example, you take a cigarette packet. On the cigarette packet it says smoking is very injurious to health. Even on a liquor bottle, I didn't want to put a liquor bottle here, but on the liquor bottle it'll actually say drinking is injurious to health, it gives you cancer, it is not really healthy. So what are they saying? These are nothing but warnings or statutory warnings, where they are telling you, they're warning you, telling that it is not safe for you to take such kinds of products or use these kind of products. So is we have already completed the topics of discussion in packaging, we already completed the topics of discussion in labeling. There was only one topic which we discussed in labeling, that is functions of labeling, and there were three topics that we discussed in packaging. And as long as I know, these topics are really simple. The only key point what you need to understand is take a pen and paper, write down the points of these particular topics, and just learn the points. When you learn the points, you will start remembering the explanation. And what you can do is you can write only the keywords to understand these particular terminologies, and you're good to go with at least topics that we discussed now in this particular session. So, any doubts you have, any comments you have, please let me know. I'm doing my great effort to add a lot of pictures for you all, so that you can the topic can be interesting for you. Plus, with the live examples, it's easy for you to understand. So, any doubts you have, please let me know. And any questions you want to ask me also, I'm happy to attend it and answer it as well. So thank you.